Hey guys, MamaSam here. So I wasn't even planning on doing a video today. I literally just woke up seriously like an hour ago. My sleep schedule is so off right now. You know what? Oh my gosh, I can't handle this glare on these glasses. So I got up this morning already because I slept in so late this morning and I was supposed to run a bunch of errands and I didn't. So I woke up this morning and when I did, I checked YouTube and I'm subscribed to somebody called Yellow Flash 2 and he talks a lot about comics and Marvel and anime and manga and stuff like that. He has really, really good content. Check it out. I saw, okay, I'm just going to show you. The very first thing I seen was this. Okay. Oh gosh, it looks terrible. And it's saying it's a picture of Doctor Strange and it says who will be his female replacement. And I was like, what now? And then his next video is a Doctor Strange is dead. Marvel Comics killing him to introduce Sorceress Supreme. Okay, I know this isn't real. I know they aren't real people and they're just comic book characters and whatever, but it was I just woke up and I'm really bummed. If this is true, and it kind of feels that way. Let me give you a little context before I get into this. So, Doctor Strange is my absolute favorite character in Marvel. Absolute favorite. I love him. And I know his movie didn't do great. I love his movie. It's so to me, it's easy to watch. You can rewatch it over and over. So, the very first Marvel movie I ever watched was Guardians of the Galaxy, and I remember my husband is a huge wrestling fan, so he recorded the movie because of Batista is in it, and he was like, I actually heard this movie's really good, because I was like, why did you record this comic book movie? I don't even know anything about this stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, MamaSam doesn't read comics. I don't. Okay, I read manga, but I don't read comics. I never have. My husband reads comics. He really liked Superman. He likes Doomsday, whatever that is. I really don't know what that is. But he likes Batman and stuff like that too, and Spider-Man. So he's a little bit more into comics than I am. Do I look a mess? I haven't done anything. I just got out of the shower. And he was like, yeah, Batista's in this, so I wanted to watch it. And I've heard it's actually really good. And then I checked the ratings. I was like, oh, the ratings are pretty good. They were Rotten Tomatoes. I never pay attention to the critic score, but it was the audience score, which was good. So I was like, okay, so maybe this movie actually is really good. So I watched it. The movie is really good. I was like, oh my gosh, I really like this movie. And so then my sister was like, oh, if you like this movie, then you should watch the Avengers movies. I'm like, okay, I never did. So the first Avengers movie I watched was Infinity War. I'd never seen any of the other Avenger movies. She wanted to go see it and I went with her and we watched it. And I ended up falling in love with the movie. And when I'm watching, I'm like, who is this guy? He's so awesome. And she's like, oh, that's Doctor Strange. She was like, if you like him, you'll probably really like his movie. So I'm like, yeah, I'm totally vibing with this guy. And then, of course, I watched Endgame and I'm like, Doctor Strange was really sidelined. But then I kept reading people's comments and just other stuff where they're like, even though he was sidelined, he'll be really powerful later. And his next movie is going to showcase all that. It's going to be totally awesome. And then WandaVision came out and I was excited for that too because after Doctor Strange, I like Wanda. She's my favorite too. It's no coincidence that my two favorite characters are magic users. I love, when it comes to RPGs, I love mages, especially white mage. I love magic in gaming. I love magic in general. So it's no surprise that they're my two favorite characters. And I'm perfectly okay with Doctor Strange being more powerful than Wanda. Now, to me, Wanda seems like somebody who has untapped power that I thought he was going to end up being her mentor and they were going to end up working together and he was going to teach her. And this is all coming from someone who has no clue what's going on in the comics. So I have no idea what's going on in the comics as far as Wanda or Doctor Strange goes. That's just kind of what I was getting from some of the stuff I was seeing online or just kind of how I was thinking and all that. So then the news drops. It's also a video on Yellow Flash to his channel that Doctor Strange was actually supposed to be in WandaVision. And that's who I thought was going to be the major star that dropped that they were talking about. And I was so excited because, oh my gosh, Doctor Strange and Wanda. And then it wasn't Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange wasn't anywhere in it. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess he's not. So instead we get Quicksilver. And it's not even the really cute one that was in Avengers. It's some different one from X-Men that Anybody else think that Quicksilver in X-Men, when he had that one scene where he was flying around like crazy, reminded you of that Futurama episode where Fry drinks 100 cups of coffee? Was that inspired by Quicksilver, or is it the other way around? Either way, I was totally thinking of Futurama when that scene happened. Anyway, the news dropped that Doctor Strange was not in it because they didn't want a guy mansplaining things to Wanda. And I was like, is that really the reason why? That's such a dumb reason to keep him away. What does that even mean? I don't get it. Like, Doctor Strange is an incredibly powerful sorcerer that has had years of training. Like, and Wanda, she's still young and trying to learn. Like, I don't get that. What do you mean mansplaining? I don't even understand what that means. Like, I don't even know what they're talking about. So that was like blow number one. Okay, Doctor Strange was cut because they didn't want to make it seem like Wanda couldn't handle it herself, even though she couldn't. Like, there's no shame in needing a man's help. I didn't get that at all. I don't get that at all. Anyway, he's not there. Okay. Now I'm reading this, that Doctor Strange might be sidelined in his own sequel. The only reason that I got interested in Marvel in the first place was because of Doctor Strange. I'm like, he's totally cool. He's like really handsome and he's really smart. And he started off as a total asshole, and then he became like this really cool guy that like fights for the world, and like that's all. That's an awesome character arc. And even Wanda, like, she was a bad guy, and then she, came over to the other side and saw the error of her ways, and then she killed all those people on accident. So she had some really good character building going too. Like, I don't understand what mansplaining or any of that has to do with. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. So what now? Like, Doctor Strange is the reason why I watched all of the Marvel movies. Like, I actually wrote them all down, like, in chronological order. I watched them all from the beginning. It was like Captain America, and then Captain Marvel. That movie was really boring. And then it went onwards. And on a side note, I thought the Hulk's movie was really, really good. Why doesn't this guy have more movies? So, and then all the way up until the very last one. I think the very last one in... it might have been Endgame. I can't remember. It might have been Black Panther. I don't really remember. But anyway, I watched them all. And Doctor Strange is the reason for that. Like, the reason I got interested. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy might have been what opened the gate, but Doctor Strange was what kept me coming through it. So I'm confused. Like, why would they sideline him in his own movie? And even now I'm hearing that, like, in Captain Marvel, she's going to be sidelined too. So it's not just him. I don't really know what's going on. And to me, Captain Marvel is, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just woke up. I really hope it's not true. I hope that's not. I was looking forward to seeing Doctor Strange and Wanda, whatever they're doing, whether they're fighting or he's teaching her or whatever's going on. I was really looking forward to it being his movie and her being a guest in his movie. It's not her movie. It's Doctor Strange's movie. I don't know what else they have in mind, but it's his movie. It needs to be about him. And I'm tired of Doctor Strange's powers being brought down so that everybody else can shine. This was going to be his time. I just really am bummed. I really hope that's not true. And as far as Wanda goes, like, I kind of saw her as not such a good person at the end of WandaVision. Like, I don't think of her as, like, a super bad character. I don't think she's, like, this mega villain like Thanos or, like, Lex Luthor or anything. Like, not even the Joker. Like, she's more driven by, like, her husband. She lost her husband. I think it was her husband. I don't remember. And her babies and stuff. So, like, the mommy in me gets it. Like, that she, like, snapped and now she's, like, she tortured all those people and she's like, yeah, I gotta go. So, I get it. Like, I get seeing her now in a, like, she's driven by, like, how much pain she is from losing her family. So, that, to me, makes her a good villain, even though I don't really think she's like a villain. I think of her as more like a person that made a lot of really shitty decisions. Isn't it pathetic that I had to, like, I got out of the shower and I had to talk about this? They're not even real people, they're comics. They're comic book characters in movies. And I'm like, wait, no. Please, please. Oh, it's been such a crappy couple of years. Don't take Doctor Strange away from me, please. Whatever. I don't know. So, anyway, that's probably going to be my only video for today. I was actually planning on doing like a ranking video. I don't know. Mama Sam's a mess right now, guys. I'm a mess. Anyway, thanks for listening to this crazy woman's rant about fictional characters. So, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.